appreciate. Excuse me. I almost fell. Hi guys, so it has been a while since my actual, face and in person has been on here. I can't shout, so I'm sorry if I'm a little bit quiet. I told you guys before I went a little AWOL that I was going to be having thyroid surgery. I was getting half of my thyroid removed because there was a growth on it and they weren't sure if it was like dangerous or not, basically. So the original story is that I was walking through town to go busking and I had a cough at the time and I sort of like felt my throat as I was coughing and I felt a lump and I was like, oh god, what's that? So I was like telling people and asking them advice and they was like, oh yeah, I'd probably get that checked out, but then some people was like, oh nah, don't worry about it, it's probably a swollen gland. And I was like, yeah, but like most of your glands when they swell up are usually down here or here or here, like typical glands. Like I didn't expect to get a lump down here if I had like an infection or anything. Obviously the thyroid is still a gland, so that can happen, but it was just a bit strange. I go to the doctors and they instantly tell me that it's a cyst. And that was going on for a while. They were throwing the word cyst about and then they started saying thyroid nodule, blah blah blah, which then turned into growth. So it got a little bit worrying because they was like, we're going to do a biopsy, we're going to check it over. They said that it was just over 1 centimetre and because of that it was worrying to them, in case it was dangerous. But they did the first biopsy. They said that the tests came back fine. They said there was nothing to worry about, but that they did want to like talk about maybe taking it out just to be on the safe side, get it out of the way. I was a bit skeptical about having an operation because, as you know, I'm a singer and your vocal nerves are very close to the thyroid, so there is a possibility of complications. And singing being my life and my career and passion, I was a bit scared because I didn't want to lose that, I requested a second biopsy, a 6-week checkup, because I refused the operation basically, and he was all okay with that. Like, he was quite sweet, he was very understanding. The second biopsy came about and the tests came back and he calls me in and he's like, okay, so the first test came back fine, but the second test we found vehicular cells. Basically that just means that there is a possibility of them being cancerous, they are abnormal, and it's a higher risk. So my risk went from like 0% to like 30%, which, I mean, I'm not gonna lie, I was a little bit worried about it, but like the only thing that was going through my head at the time was the operation. Like I didn't want anything to jeopardize my singing career, so again I refused, which I probably shouldn't have, and I had quite a few people in my ear saying like, don't you care about your health, blah blah blah. And I was like, yeah, of course I care about my health, but like I care about my singing more. And yes, I know what you're gonna say, if you're not healthy, how can you sing? But you've got to understand it from a singer perspective, that possibly losing your voice is like a big no-no. Like it's fearful. Like I wouldn't wish that upon anybody, and for the people that have been through that, like, well done, like, because being brave and all that. But I was terrified of losing my voice or of my voice changing or anything like that, because singing is what I do, is what I love to do, and I didn't want to lose that, and I wasn't going to take that risk. So I refused the operation, and then my 6 weeks checkup was coming back about, and I was researching about, like nerve monitoring technology and things like that, so kind of eased the stress a little bit. And I went in, I called an appointment, and I was like, okay, so you use this here, right? And he was like, yeah, we use this all the time. But even with it, there can still be risks. And I was like, yeah, but you didn't have to say the but though. But even with the doubts, I said to him that I would go ahead with the operation. I've never been in a I had never been in a hospital before, and like I've never, touch wood, never broken a bone in my body or anything like that, luckily. So with social anxiety and things like that, like actually going into the hospital was a bit terrifying for me as well, because I knew that I was going to have to be on my own for like a full day and a night, and like I was going to have to go through it alone because you're not allowed people there when you're having the surgery. So I was a little bit terrified for that too, but I got through it quite calmly. And I mean, there was a lot of nice nurses and people on my ward, so I think that kind of helped me through it a little bit. Like I didn't feel uncomfortable in a place where I didn't know anybody. They were all really friendly, and literally all that being scared about like losing my voice or not being able to sing or anything like that, I was literally running my mouth as soon as I got out of surgery. I woke up and the surgeon was stood in front of me, and he was basically just telling me that the operation went well and all that stuff, and then I was like talking back to him, and I don't really remember exactly what he said or exactly what I said, because like I had like painkillers and stuff in my system at the time, like a lot of them, so I was a bit, you know, woozy, but I remember him turning around and saying, well, your voice sounds good, and then just walking off, which was kind of funny because he was obviously like, well, that didn't stop her from talking, you know, shut up, Soph. I couldn't really feel anything. I was in there overnight, but I was there for a full day. Like, my appointment was 7:30 in the morning, so I was there. I think I went into my operation around 10:30, 11 o'clock, and I came round about 2 o'clock. So overall it was about a 3-hour procedure, and he said everything went well. So, you know, obviously taking into consideration that I was a singer and stuff like that, he said he would be cautious, and I mean, I'm very grateful to him. I've got a checkup in about 4 weeks now, I think, just to see like how it's healing, how things are, and if I need any other tests doing, or like what they found out about what, like the half that they took out and things like that. I do still have half of my thyroid. As of yet, I do not believe that I would be on any medication or anything like that, luckily. I seem to be fine. I healed up pretty quickly because, like I said, shut up, Soph. I can't stop talking, and I was literally running the nurses ragged as soon as I got out of surgery, so yeah, yay me. I bet when I left they was like, I am so glad she is gone. Like, what was that? But yeah, I don't know if you can see it. When I came out, I had a bandage on it, but when she took it off to like clean it and put a new dressing on, there was 9 stitches all the way across here, and it was like, I mean, it didn't really bleed or anything like that, so it wasn't too gory. It was just like a red, this bit here where they actually took it out, this bit was like more bulgy, but like there was 9 stitches, and I think it looked a lot messier because of the stitches holding it together. And I had an allergic reaction to the adhesive on the bandages. Like plasters and stuff, they just don't go very well with my skin, and it gave me a rash. So it was doing more harm than good for the wound, to which I only waited 3 days before getting the staples out. They told me to go to the doctors and get them out, and the nurse told me to keep the bandage off because she said, you know, just let nature take its course. The bandage isn't doing me any good, obviously, because I had a reaction and it was all rashy and painful. After the painkillers wore off at the hospital, it did become pretty like it was pulsing at times, and I didn't really feel like I had a sore throat or anything like that, but you know, like when you get like a frog in your throat, like when it's blocked, when you've got like an infection and stuff, it felt a bit like that. And it still is a little bit hard to swallow, but that's because of the swelling. Overall though, as you can see, like it is literally healed so well. I mean, it's been 2 weeks, not even that, because it's only Friday. I had it done the Friday before last, so like it's healed really well in its time, considering. And I can't sing yet, I'm not gonna lie, I have tried. I did get a slap for it off my mother. She does not want me to ruin my voice, which obviously I don't either, so I am taking precautions. I need to rest it as much as I can. Yeah, like that's gonna happen. No, like I'm talking, but I'm not like, I'm not shouting. I'm not talking as loud as I normally would. Like it's a lot softer, and I'm trying not to do anything that's gonna strain it, because like I don't want to damage anything that isn't fully healed yet. So I am still resting my voice. I do not know when I will be back on YouTube like properly singing and stuff, but I'm gonna try my hardest to get a couple of videos like here and there of like other random stuff. Me and my friend Shannon, who you've seen before, we did actually record a pretty funny video. We saw two girls try like pranking one of them dressing up as like a boy and hiding the face and taking a picture, and then pranking like their friends on Snapchat and stuff. We did try it, but we didn't actually get as big a reaction as we thought we was gonna get, because quite a lot of people sussed out what was going on. They know us too well. I mean, if you guys want me to post that, let me know down below and I will try and do that for you, but I don't think it was good a quality as it could have been. I've spent most of my time on TikTok, to be honest, the past few days, because if I can't sing, then why not just go over there and mime and do stupid stuff. So yeah, I can't like do an actual singing video for you guys at any time soon, which is really, really sad. And I don't like it myself either, because every time I forget, I start trying to sing and then my mum's like. But I do feel a lot better, and I thank everybody that like supported me and gave me nice little messages and things like that. I don't know everything about it, but I will advise people, if you are having a similar issue, obviously there are risks, as there are with any procedure going, but try not to worry yourself too much, because as they say, like, your health is more important. We can always make new dreams. We have to stay positive. We have to push each other and help each other. But also, if you guys have any advice for me, if you've had it done, or you know somebody else who has, like how long it actually took them to fully recover. My voice, as you can tell, still sounds like me. I'm just talking softer. So as far as I know, it's all tip-top shape. But I don't want to sing too soon and like ruin any chances of my voice getting like 100% better. And if you want to go follow me on TikTok, you can do, like Sophia Lane, just go. Sophie Webb, whatever. I don't actually even know my username. I'll post it like below or something. Request if there's any specific videos that you want me to do, like any trends that are going on or anything like that, and I will try my best. But overall, just wanted to say I love you and thank you, and let you know what happened and how I am, all that stuff. The music that is used underneath this video is actually one that me and my good friend Daniel recorded, and he has just released it as a single under Broken Order, which is the name of his, you know, album and stuff. So I will leave links for you to go and check that out, because he's pretty cool and he deserves the support. So give this video a big thumbs up if you liked it, and don't forget to subscribe. I will hopefully be back very, very soon.